Amazon's market cap is $1.17 trillion. But for 14 years, they didn't make a single penny. 2018 was the first time they saw the phase of actual success. Uber, after years and years of making absolutely no money, saw their first profits in 2021, nearly 12 years after the company's genesis. Silicon Valley has so many of these billion-dollar companies that haven't seen the face of profit for years. But why? In this video, we'll take you on a deeper understanding as to how and why such businesses came to be. So without further ado, let's begin. The path to establishing a successful business has seen years and years of ongoing loss. So how does a company that has experienced so much loss of profit end up becoming some of the world's leading foremost billion-dollar companies? Who is investing in these companies? Let's start with MLM. Any idea what we're talking about? No? Don't worry. Make sure to watch this video to the very end for a deep analysis into the business industry. Before we begin, let's ask you a simple question. How much money do you want to make? A little? A decent amount? Or a lot? Every move you make in starting your business ventures begins with the answer to this very question. How much? Let's talk about a popular figure in the Bangladeshi YouTube community, Jhonkar Mahbub, a famous programmer with more than 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. He has been an active YouTube entrepreneur, and with the help of his YouTube programming incentive, Programming Hero, dedicated to teaching young computer science majors the art of coding and programming and helping them with job opportunities, Jhonkar Mahbub has made a lot of money. When asked about his profits, he revealed how rapid his yearly revenue was, almost by 400%. This is extremely great for a business. Now look, his growth is amazing, but keep in mind, this is not a startup. It is a small business, because startups are focused on crazy growth. Some startups go as far as making a revenue of over 100% every month. Pretty wild, huh? So, to put things into perspective, Programming Hero is a profitable business, not a startup. While startups begin with absolutely no profit, the growth is unprecedented and, well, violent. Now, you may be asking, how do these startups even persist and survive? Who funds them? Who invests in them? And what does this have to do with the MLM scheme? For those who don't know, the MLM scheme is a fancier word for network marketing, individuals selling their products by word of mouth or through direct sales. So let me answer all your questions. There are a lot of startups that follow the MLM or the Ponzi scheme. The reason is because these schemes promote growth over profit. So the question is, what are the benefits of growth? Well, the more you grow, the more revenue will come, and this in turn will increase the company's valuation. And as the valuation increases, well, you know what happens next. Let's give you another example. With due respect to the company's identity, we'll go by a code name, let's say D-Valley. With an estimated 65.17 crore investment, this company was left with a jaw-dropping debt of almost 403.80 crores. With such numbers, a business is meant to crash, right? No. What happened was the absolute opposite. With a market cap of 438 crores, D-Valley had a profit of absolutely 0 taka. So with a market cap that big, why haven't they focused on profits? Simply, their business model was unique. Suppose we have 3 customers, customer A, customer B, and customer C. For a bike worth nearly 1 lakh taka with an 80% cashback, the customers could not hold themselves to it. So D-Valley completes customer A's wishes, and he is so happy. Customer A then goes on to make free advertisements for D-Valley to a group of, let's say, 10 to 12 people. who all rush to buy the bike as well. With their money, D-Valley will complete the order for customer B, and this chain will go on and on. The longer this chain goes on, the more cash flies in. When cash no longer flies in, the company will crash and everyone will get caught. This model is none other than the Ponzi scheme or the pyramid scheme. In simpler words, it is an investment fraud that pays existing investors with funds collected from new investors. Alright, so it's clear up until now that D-Valley made absolutely no profits, they committed fraud, and of course, ultimately collapsed. So you have to ask yourselves, if companies like Amazon made their first profits in 2018, is Amazon a fraud too? Uber with a 12-year loss, are they frauds too? What's their story? The real answer is product market fit. At the end of the day, regardless of how much funding a startup gets, it all goes down to the quality of product or service, and of course, the profit margin. If companies don't focus on these aspects, the company's valuation won't do anything to save the day. So how do they survive without years and years of not making a single penny? Well, imagine you're an investor. Before you are two people presenting their startups to you. Let's say both of them are in the mango business. One person collects mangoes from Rajshahi with a deal of giving you 100 million taka in profit. Easy money, right? On the other hand, the second person says, no. We won't do our business only in Rajshahi, but on a larger scale, for which we need investments for transportation, including vendors and branding, and of course, promotion. So with the launch, we won't make any money right away. Now, being the clever investor you are, you gotta make your clever calculations, right? From the first person, you'll get 100 million from Rajshahi's population of 20 million people. From the second person's pitch, you'll get nearly 800 million from a population of 160 million people. Judging from this, the first person's pitch will generate instant profits, whereas the second person's pitch won't be able to give you any profits, which will encourage more investors to invest in the second person's pitch. Because the day when the profits finally come in, it'll be huge. Let's talk a little bit about growth investment. This targets young companies that are doing better than other companies within their industry. This is where valuation comes in. The more the growth, the more the revenue, and the more the revenue, the more the valuation. This will see investors coming in more and more, investing in higher prices, landing you the bags of cash. Not literally, of course. So when looking at the Silicon Valley companies like Facebook, Apple, and Google, they started with absolutely nothing, and today they are the leaders in big businesses. This happened with risks, perseverance, and of course, a clever venture into capitalism. As we close this video, let's give an appreciation to small business owners who contribute to the economy the most. With their limited resources, they do great things. So that's all for today. We hope you learned something new from our video. For more interesting and eye-opening content like this, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you again soon!